About 4 years ago, I found a way to lose weight. I was reaching 180 pounds, which I'm not happy about, and in less than 7 months, I did lose 45 pounds. What I'd like to tell you today are ways to cut out sneaky fats and sneaky carbs in your diet, your everyday diet, so that you don't gain those extra pounds and you don't have that extra inflammation in your body, because it's just going to help you overall with your health as well as your dietary needs. And it's also a great way to help children in the house or a spouse in the house that needs to lose weight and doesn't want to do it on their own. One of the first things you need to learn is to read labels. Labels are so important. And I'm going to show you some examples. This is turkey meatballs. I love turkey meatballs. I'm sure everybody else does too. This has 10 grams of fat in it, okay? For 3 little meatballs, which is 1 serving. If you follow my recipe for turkey meatballs, I'm sorry that they're frozen, but my turkey meatballs have 2 grams of fat instead of 10. They have less carbs, and they're very, very healthy for you. They're delicious. They have fat-free regatta cheese in there. They have cranberry sauce in there. They're very, very flavorful. When you go to the supermarket and you have tomato sauce, I buy from the jar. I'm not that great of a cook. I like to grab things off the shelf. There's 3 different jars of tomato sauce, and you just grab them. However, this one has 10 grams of fat for a half cup. This one has 4.5 grams of fat for a half cup, and this one only has 1 gram. So just by choosing the right jar off of the shelf, you're going to be making a big difference. What I tell everyone to do is, when you go to the supermarket, the first couple times, treat it as a treasure hunt. Okay, find what you like, the brands that you like, and then when you go in there after that, it's going to be really, really fast, okay? It's not an issue. One of the other things when people cook, we all love olive oil. It's very good for you, and I strongly advise that you use it. But I want you to use the spray. If you use the spray olive oil, it's 0 fat. If you decide to use it bottled and you use it, 1 tablespoon is 14 grams of fat. Okay? There's a big difference in what you use. They're both olive oil, but this is using the minimum amount. I also love to use whipped ham with butter for everything, but for different things. Now, I love dessert, and I'm sure a lot of you do. I'm going to tell you, this is my recipe for my cheesecake. It is gluten-free, it is fat-free, and it's very low in carb. The only real carb in there is going to be whatever fruit you decide to put into it. So, in order to make these, this is a pumpkin cheese pie, and this is a banana cream cheese pie. Okay? All you need is a blender. You need 3 packages of Philadelphia fat-free cream cheese. You need 1 cup of fat-free Greek yogurt. If you want to use vanilla-flavored fat-free Greek yogurt, you can do that. You use 1 cup of any sugar-free vanilla syrup or any other flavor that you like. You put it in a blender. You pour it. It's going to come out like this. It's just going to look like this. You pour it into a pie pan. First you want to spray it with a little bit of like baking ham or something like that, ham with butter so it doesn't stick. Now, you can have it plain. You can put some cinnamon in it. I sliced bananas into that one. This one I put in a small can of pumpkin and I swirled it around. You can put fresh blueberries in there, fresh pineapples, whatever you want. You put it in the oven, you preheat it at 300 shells. You add a little bit of sprinkles if you want. It's less than 100 calories each, and it's going to be about like 1 gram of fat, maybe about 10 carbs. So there's ways to cut down that really help you out. The other thing I like to do is I use phyllo dough a lot. I bought the shells right here, but I use this for a lot of different things. It's very, very low in carbs, and two of my recipes are. The first one is if you get phyllo dough and you put it on it in a pan. I get some very lean turkey, and I will get I grill the turkey, and I'll put some onions, peppers. I use fat-free mozzarella cheese. Then I put some more dough on top. I will spray the pan with butter. I put it in the oven, and I bake it for about 350 for about 20 minutes until the top is really nice and crispy. And you can take that out and serve that for dinner. It'll serve about 12 people. And one slice like this is maybe 2 grams of fat and maybe about 15 carbs. And it's out of this world. You can put your ketchup on there, you can put your mustard on there, but you feel like you're eating a cheesesteak. You don't feel like you're dieting. I also use it for turnovers at nighttime. I will get fresh apples, cut them, or fresh blueberries, and I always cook everything in here because it's free. So I caramelize my blueberries, or I'll caramelize my apples. I put them in the phyllo dough. I put some more phyllo dough on top. I spray the pan with butter. I put it inside the toaster oven for about 15-20 minutes. It comes out so nice, brown and crispy. You can either use fat-free whipped cream, or you can put a little bit of like non-fat frozen yogurt on the side, and it's out of this world. And the main thing, what the carbs are the fruit that you're using. So this is very good for someone who has diabetes or an issue with their health, but this is very, very good. It's ways to cut out and not feel like you're dieting anymore. And that's what the whole gist of losing weight. You never want to feel that, you're running out of points or that you have carb craving and you can't have a carb. I'm a very social person. I like to invite people over for dinner. I like to go out to dinner. So I can't have a prepackaged food. It's not important for me. But this is a diet that you can use it at home and when you go out. Now let's talk about when we go out, okay? If we go out to breakfast, just remember that every egg is 5 grams of fat. Now, that's a lot of fat. If you go out, like this morning I had an omelet downstairs, 3 eggs would have been 15 grams of fat. So I give egg whites or egg beaters. Let's get rid of that fat as much as we can because I'm still getting my eggs, but I'm getting rid of the excess fat. If we go out to lunch, skip the salad. Have a nice big turkey breast sandwich or like Jewish fry or multigrain. Add some mustard, lettuce, tomatoes, onions. Eat that big pickle on the side, okay? Have a nice big drink with it. That's going to be about 40 carbs and 0 fat. And you ate lunch and you don't feel like you're dieting. Dinner. When you go to a restaurant, this is very, very important. When you order your entree, and I try to stick with fishes and chicken and all. And when you order it, order the sauce on the side. But there's a trick out there that I found out about that was happening. Restaurants like to flavor their food with butter and salt. I'm not going to name the restaurant chains, but there's 2 restaurant chains that I frequent. One I love is Chili and Seabass. So I go there, I get the Chili and Seabass, I get my mango dressing on the side, and it's the best buttery tasting fish you ever had. Until I asked, they actually pour butter on the fish right before they serve it to you. And 1 pat of butter is about 15 grams of fat. So when they're pouring it on, I think I'm being good, and it wasn't my fault, but I should have ordered it dry. And feel free to ask the server, how is this prepared? Another place I go to, I like bison. So on the menu, it has 5 grams of fat with this nice piece of bison. Let's go for it. But before they bring it out, they pour butter on it, and that is not in the calorie count. So you have to be very careful how you order. Try to get the vegetables steamed and put sauces on the side. When I went to Dr. Steven Rosenberg, he's the one that actually created this diet. He was a science teacher, and there is a machine called a calorie meter Nescafe coffee? I said, yeah. And he goes, do you take cream? I said, yeah, I do. And he goes, every little creamer is 3 grams of fat. Now, what I do to practice is I take it from the airlines, the little liquor containers, the little glass jars, and I take that with me. My fat-free creamers in there, and my dressings. I like a certain balsamic vinegar, and I take that with me because I don't want to be caught, red-handed and have to give anything up. I don't know if you notice this, but if you go into like Walmart or something, they have these cans dressings. Keep them buy, okay? And just out of curiosity, does anyone know how much fat's in this one package? Any guesses? 24 grams of fat. So if you use this blue cheese, it's 24 grams. The Caesar was 24 grams. This ranch is 24 grams. If you grab these two, it's 0 grams of fat. So you don't realize this little sneakiness, and they're wonderful. Like I love the Thousand Island dressing. Kraft has this wonderful fat-free Thousand Island dressing. You don't have to give up the things that you love. You have to find the low-fat, low-carb version. Another thing that is great to cook with are crates. I buy these pre-packaged. One crate is 1 gram of fat and 9 carbs. Well, you can do a lot with this. You can actually just fill it like with whipped cream and a little bit of fruit, roll it up. I put it in the microwave. But there's so many cool things you can do. You just have to find the great little things and find the recipe. So I do have a website, and I'd love for you to visit it. We have a booth over there. But my philosophy is eat everything, eat what we want, but let's find different ways of making it so it's not going to add extra weight for you or your family. This diet, I like Dr. Rosenberg up here, this diet is an anti-inflammatory diet, which really does help you out with arthritis. My girlfriend Lynn was on the diet. She lost weight, but she also lost 100 points in her blood.
That was one thing she said to me. Does that mean I don't have any more martinis? I said, absolutely not. Vodka is 0-0. Be my guest. Put a straw in there. Enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah, life's too short.
Absolutely true. And Bobby has a tremendous recipe section of the book where she even has, for the holidays, a crustless pumpkin pie.
It's right here.
Which is incredible.
It's melting, but it's right here, yes.
It is absolutely the best tasting pumpkin pie you ever ate. The cheesecake is phenomenal. You got to see what she has done and the things that she's able to make that are totally free of guilt, free to help you feel better and better.
And everything is extremely simple to make. I am not a gourmet cook. I like to throw things together, so that's what I do. Get me this, and I just throw things together. So it's very simple to follow. It's not hard. If you go to our website and it says contact the author, that is me. Feel free, email me questions. I will be happy to email you back. I'm happy to, help you out. Like there was a secret that skinny people were not telling me, and I